In this video, we'll be looking into variants of syntax tree. So firstly, we'll look into the DAG, Directed Acyclic Graph. So under that, we have three subdivisions. So the first one is Directed Acyclic Graph for expressions. So in a syntax tree, nodes represent the constructs in source program. The children of node represent the meaningful components of construct. So a directed graph, a cyclic graph for an expression identifies the common sub-expressions that occur more than one in the given main expression. So here all leaves are the variable names or the constants, and all the interior nodes consists of the operands, and it also holds the result. So if you consider x is equal to y plus z, so I can write y naught z naught, and if you add these two I get plus here. So plus operation is being happening here, and the result would be stored here itself. So operator plus is the interior node, y naught z naught are the initial values of variables y and z, and here plus and x are the result of expression, and x is the interior node. Now we'll look into the representation of these expressions. So firstly starting from b minus c. So we can write minus here, and here we'll write b naught, and here we'll write c naught. So we are done with this part. Next, we need to look into a star b minus c. So b minus c is stored here, right? Now I have a here, a naught. So I'll put star here. So it will become a star b minus c in this case. Now on this side I have b minus c star d. So b minus c is here. I'll put a star, and here I'll write d naught. So here I have obtained b minus c star d naught. Now I have obtained these two, this expression and this expression. Now I'll add them here with the plus operator. I have added these two, so I got this entire thing. Now I have a here, so a naught is here. A naught was the initial value, it is not being used, so I'll take a naught and add it here. I'll take a naught and add it. A naught was the left hand side, a naught is in the left hand side, and on the right hand side I have all these values. So and on the right hand side I have written these values. So this was the construction of directed acyclic graph for the expression. So for the first expression, we'll look into the second expression here. That is a is equal to b star minus c plus b star minus c. So we'll start from we can either start from this or this. So I'll start from minus c. So it is unary operation, right? U of minus, I have c here, c naught or c, and along with that I have star and b here. So let me write b naught here, and I'll put a star here. So I'm done with b star minus c, and then on this side also I have the same operation. So I'll put plus and put a, because it's the same, right? So I'll put this plus, and then I am done with this entire part. Now next I have to assign a is equal to this entire part. This entire part is this. Now I'll assign it with a. So a naught is equal to, I'll store this entire part, the RHS part, to a naught. So this was the DAG for the second example. Now looking at the third example, here we have 2x 2 star x plus y star 2 star x minus y. So we'll start from this part, 2 star x, whatever is there in the bracket, we'll start solving that first. So I have 2 star x, right? So star I'll write, 2 I'll write, and x I'll write. So I'm done with this part. Let me write 2 star x here. Now I have minus y here. So this is on the left hand side, on the right hand side I have minus y. So here I'll write minus, and here I'll write y naught. So I am done with this part. Now I have, coming to this side, I have 2 star x again. So I have 2 star x again here. This part 2 star x, I have it here, right? So I need to add plus y to it. So 2 star x plus y. So I have star here, right? So I'll put a star here first, and along with that I'll put a plus symbol to add this, and here with plus I'll include 2 star x. This is plus. I'll include 2 star x, and with the star I'll include the y. Yes, so this was the DAG expression for DAG representation for the given expression. So we are done with directed acyclic graph for the given expressions. Now we'll look into the value number method for constructing DAGs. So firstly, the nodes are represented as records stored in array. Each record has a label field that determines the nature of node. So we can refer to the node by its index in the array. So it's called value number. So let's look at the example, that is I is equal to I plus 10. So I have written I here, 10 here, plus here, and this was I naught. So I is equal to this entire thing. So I is equal to this entire thing. So this was the DAG representation. Now I'll consider an array. So in this array we make use of index here. So this DAG, if we represent it in the array, it will be of this form. So firstly I'll store ID here. So that is I here, and then followed by number I have, that is 10 here, and then I have plus and equal to. Plus and equal to are the operation code here. So these are the leaf nodes, right? These are the leaf nodes. First step would be to write the leaf nodes. That is, I need to start from the leaf nodes. So I have written the leaf nodes followed by the operation code, and on this side I have written the left and right children of an intermediate node. So here plus I have, here I and 10. I, the index value was 1, and for 10 the index value is 2. So I'll write 1 and 2 here. Followed by that I have equal to here. So for equal to index value, the left hand side value was I, and on the right hand side I had this entire thing, which the operation, the plus operation, which is performed and stored in the third index. So I can write 1 and 3 here. 1 would represent the left children and left child and left value, and 3 would represent the right side value. So here the triple, this can be written as operation followed by the value in the left side and the value in the right side. It is called as the signature of node. So we'll look into this example to construct the DAG using value number method. So this is the value which they have given. So I need to start from leaf node. But before drawing the leaf node, let me draw the DAG first for this. So if I construct the DAG for this, it would be, I'll start from C minus D, and on this side I have A plus B. So A and B plus here. Then I have A plus B minus C minus D minus here, and C minus D plus C minus D again. So plus here, and this would be stored, this entire thing would be stored in X. So X equals this entire thing. So I hope you have understood how I have constructed the DAG here, which is pretty easy. So from this DAG I'll store the values in array. So firstly I had to start from the leaf node. So here leaf nodes are A, B, C, D, X, A, B, C, D. So I'll start from X, A, B, C and D. I'll allot the index values as 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4 to these. So along with this, so I have stored all the index values here, leaf nodes here firstly. Then coming to the operations, let's start from bottom. So first if I look at A plus B, I'll look at A plus B operation. So firstly I had to write the operation value, and then whatever is there on the left and whatever is there on the right value. So if I have to write the left value, I need to look into A. In the left I have A here, and A, the index value of A is 1 here. So I'll write 1 here, and the index value of B is 2 here. So I am done with this part. Now I'll look into this part, C minus D. So I'll put 6 here. The operator here is minus, and I have C and D. For C it is 3 and for D it is 4, the index value. Next I have minus here, this minus. So this minus is for this entire thing. This entire thing was 5 and this entire thing was 6, right? So I'll write 7 as minus 5 and 6 here. Next, once I'm done with this part, I have plus here. So for 8 I'll write plus, followed by, on the left hand side I had whatever operation is performed in 7, I'll store that here, and on the right hand side I have 6 itself, so I'll write 6 here. And on 9 I have x. I have equal to symbol. I have x here. For x the value is 0, the index value is 0, and on this entire thing on the right hand side it is stored in 8, right? So I'll write 8 here. So this is the value number method for constructing DAG. This part, this is the array. So in this I use the index to refer the values. So the next we have DAG representation of basic blocks. So let's understand with a basic example. X, z is equal to x plus y star x minus y. So if I write for this, I have x plus y first. So I'll write x naught, y naught being the start symbols, being the initial values, plus. Now I have x minus y for this. So x naught, y naught and minus. And then I'll store it in z. So this value would be stored in z. So this entire value. Okay, first we need to multiply this, right? So this would be multiplied and then it would be stored in z naught. So this was the DAG for this particular expression. Now writing DAG for these blocks. Firstly I have a is equal to b plus c. So I'll start with b plus c, b naught and c naught here, and I have plus here. So this is a naught, right? So I'm done with this. Now I have b is equal to a minus d, b is equal to a minus d. So a value is here and d value is here. I'll take a d naught and I'll write minus here. So I'm done with this, and the value here is b. Next I have c is equal to b plus c. C is equal to b plus c. So I have b here firstly, plus operation, and then c value is here. So it is stored in, c naught value is here, it is stored in c. Next I have a minus d. So a naught is being already used here, so I need to come up with new a. So it will be stored in d. So I can write d is equal to, that is minus of, I'll write d naught value here, and then I'll take input, that is a minus d, right? So I'll take an input a. No, I can take a naught itself, right? I'll take an input. So this was the DAG. E naught here would be from this. E naught and D naught, I'll get D. So this was the DAG representation for the first block. And for the second one, I can write it as, I'll start from B plus C. So I'll write B naught and C naught and plus here. The value is A here, A naught here. I'm done with this. Then I have B minus D. So this B, I'll use it and write minus and write D naught here and store it in B. Yes, and then I have C is equal to C plus D. C naught I'll use and D naught I'll use over plus operation, and the value would be stored in C. Next I have B plus C. So B is here and C is here. Over plus operation, B plus C, the value would be stored in E. So this was about the DAG representation of basic blocks. So you can easily represent the blocks. You need to make use of the initial values, and then once the initial value is used, you can make use of another block and another variable A or B once A naught B naught is occupied. So this was about the value method for constructing DAGs. So I hope you have understood the DAGs topic. If you have any doubts, do let me know in the comments and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.